Struggling to create SEO content that actually ranks? In this video, I'll show you how I prepare content briefs for semantic SEO using Phrase.io, a powerful tool that costs way lesser than Surfer SEO. So stick with me till the end and I'll share my exact step-by-step process to create SEO optimized content that Google loves. Hey guys, if you're new to this channel, I am Prerak Mehta और मैं अपनी जर्नी एज द फाउंडर ऑफ नेट माफिया एक वेब डिज़ाइन एंड एसईओ मार्केटिंग एजेंसी यूट्यूब पे डॉक्यूमेंट करता हूँ. एंड इन टुडेज वीडियो आई एम गोना शो यू माई एग्जैक्ट प्रोसेस ऑफ क्रिएटिंग कंटेंट ब्रीफ्स फॉर माई क्लाइंट्स एसईओ प्रोजेक्ट यूजिंग Phrase.io. एंड हाँ, अगर आपने मेरा कीवर्ड रिसर्च स्ट्रैटेजी वाला वीडियो नहीं देखा है तो ऊपर आई बटन पे क्लिक करके बाद में ज़रूर देख लेना. Alright, so the tool that I'm actually using is Phrase.io, जो कि एक अफोर्डेबल AI content writer tool है. Now, it's a very close competitor to Surfer SEO. मुझे इसका टीम प्लान अराउंड $60 का पड़ा, which normally costs around $115 a month, but I use some discount code. If you want to get access to some discount, then make sure you check out the pinned comment where you'll find my affiliate link. So let's go inside the dashboard of Phrase, and over here you'll find plethora of different options like templates, AI tools, and SEO analytics. So templates basically allows you to feed some template as to what kind of content you expect from Phrase. So यानी कि आप अपना content style Phrase में feed कर सकते हो so that whenever it generates content, it will give you that structure wise. Then you have the AI tools option. Now AI tools में what I feel is basically यहाँ पे specific AI tools बना के रखे उन्होंने, like if you want to create Instagram caption, you can just go over here and just get and enter some very basic prompts and it will get the job done which is supposed to do, instead of you going over to ChatGPT and refining at every stage what kind of output you are expecting. So I personally haven't tried this tools out. So if you want me to test out these tools, you can let me know in the comment section and I will make a video using these different AI tools. Lastly, we have the SEO analytics tab. Over here basically आप अपने Google search console से integrate कर पाओगे. इससे होगा ये कि Phrase will understand what kind of content pieces are actually ranking and which are not, and those which are not ranking you will be able to optimize it on page. So that way, even though आपका हुआ है, if you make few changes here and there which Phrase suggests, your content might start ranking up on the page. So that's all we have, but we are not going to focus on all these three different tabs since we are going to assume that we are working with a complete blank slate instead of the content which is already existing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to my folder for Net Mafia, and let's just say I'm creating a content piece for my website. So over here I have the option to create a new document, and here you will find three different options: the SEO workflow, blank document, and AI article wizard. अब ये जो AI article wizard वाला जो tab है, it is paid, so you have to additionally pay for it, and you won't get it with any of the subscription. Even if you pay the team plan, you'll have to purchase the additional credits for it. I have 30 credits which are completely unused because I haven't tested it out, but for this video I'm going to test it for the very first time. So stick with me till the end to see what kind of content performs better, the manually generated or the one which is AI generated. So what I'm going to do is right now I'm going to go ahead with SEO workflow. I'll click on continue. And then I have three different options to choose from. So first I'll have to enter my search query. मतलब मुझे अपना keyword, mostly it actually prefers taking up long tail or the LSI keywords. So let me just enter a keyword like what is domain rating. So I'm going to enter this keyword. Now depending on where you want to rank, you should choose the specific country. So since I'm from India, I'm gonna obviously choose India over here. I can select the language as well. For now, let's just keep it as English. And if you have already existing content which you want to import and work around with, you can just toggle this option and you can import that article by pasting your link. For now, let's just skip this part and create a new document. And while it's creating, you will find this option over here where it asks us to research, so that जो भी SERPs में already existing content है, the top 20 search results which Phrase will find, it will pull up all those stats over here. So let's just click on start and it will continue. By the way guys, I have an AI local SEO course on Udemy in which I dive deep into using different free AI tools including Phrase to work on SEO, and I have created specifically for beginners. The course content clocks over 7 hours of video lectures, and right now Udemy is running their Black Friday sale, which usually is the biggest sale in their entire year. So it's a really great return on investment. I've got hundreds of students and dozens of 5-star reviews. So again, check the link in the description. Alright, coming back to the video, you can see Phrase has pretty much done this part, and now you must be seeing these options of generate article with AI. Now, this does look tempting, but I can assure you, if it pulls up generic shit, your on-page game is gonna suck. So it's better to first generate a content brief. So here I'm gonna click this option, and here it has already checked few boxes. As I scroll down, I'll find few other options which are not checked, like questions, statistics and hyperlinks. So question से होगा ये कि it will pull up all the things which people also ask for in the Google. You know, आप जब भी कोई भी keyword enter करते हो Google पे, you generally have a tab over there where people also ask for. So वो type of keywords जो है, उनकी जो डाटा है वो आपको Ahrefs या SEMrush में यूजुअली नहीं मिलेंगे, लेकिन आप अगर वो कंटेंट अपने वो सेट ऑफ क्वेश्चंस के आंसर आप अपने कंटेंट पीस में डाल रहे हो, तो चांसेस आर कि यू नो बाय एडिंग स्कीमा मार्कअप इट विल शो अप इन द फीचर्ड स्निपेट्स. सो ऑब्वियसली यू शुड इंक्लूड दिस पार्ट. Also the statistics, it can work when your content answers should be backed up by data. तो अगर मैं ये बात कर रहा हूँ कि how does the future look like for marketers, so यहाँ पे I have to work around with data and I have to show the infographics as well कि over the past few years what has been the trends, and I can put up the graphs and charts and so on. So statistics यहाँ पे important हो जाता है. For this particular content piece I don't require, so I'm gonna check this box off. Hyperlinks ये है कि basically जो existing ranking pages है वो कौन से लिंक्स दूसरों को दे रहे हैं, यानी कि जो पीस सबसे पहले रैंक कर रहे हैं गूगल पे, उन्होंने अपने कंटेंट पीस में कौन कौन से लिंक्स अटैच किए हुए हैं. इफ़ आई कैन पुल दोज लिंक्स एंड अटैच इन माई कंटेंट पीस एज वेल, दैट वे गूगल एनालाइजेस कि ये बंदा सिर्फ अपना कंटेंट पेस्ट नहीं कर रहा है ऑन गूगल, इट इज़ ऑल्सो लिंकिंग आउट टू डिफरेंट रेलेवेंट सोर्सेज, एंड दैट्स हाउ यू एक्चुअली बिल्ड योर authority. So I'm gonna go ahead with creating a generate brief. By the way, till the time it does this job, if you're finding this video helpful, make sure you smash the like button and subscribe to my channel and share this video amongst your friends and family members, and let us all form a strong community of aspiring entrepreneurs. So right now I can see my brief has been completed, so I'll just insert it into my editor, and now over here you'll find a bunch of different things over here. So यहाँ पे overview है, titles है, people also ask for SERP, यानी कि आपका जो मेटा डिस्क्रिप्शन या टाइटल जो होना चाहिए वो सब है यहाँ पे. देन देयर इज़ आउटलाइन, बेसिकली जो हेडिंग्स होनी चाहिए आपके कंटेंट पीस में. देन यू हैव टॉपिकल क्लस्टर्स, बेसिकली ये सारे कीवर्ड्स भी आपके कंटेंट में कहीं ना कहीं मौजूद होने चाहिए. देन यू हैव as I scroll down I'll find the FAQ section and then the external links. For now what I'll do is I'll just copy this entire thing and I will paste it in my Google document. Alright, so now I've pasted my content brief into my Google Docs, and मैं ये copy करके ये जो link है मेरी file की, I can share it with my copywriter and they will pretty much complete the job. Now I know you just didn't come here to find that copywriter will do the job. You want to see how I create SEO optimized content, right? So don't worry, I ain't running anywhere. So first, before I proceed to write my content, I prefer keeping my editor very clean. So what I'll do is I'll just remove all the unnecessary things for right now. So basically I'm gonna remove the SERPs जो मुझे नहीं चाहिए. I'll remove this part. I'll also what I'll do, जो people also ask for section है, I'll cut this part and I will paste it in my FAQ section. So that FAQ section I can answer all these things. Let's remove all the keywords which are not required for right now. I'll keep the outline for now so that I can compare in the future, and then I'll remove the titles, overview and all these other things. So I'm left with outline, questions and external links. That's all I want. अब यहाँ पे on the right bar you'll find the SERP. अब यहाँ पे you'll see the average score, यानी कि it is going to give me a score from 0 to 100. Obviously the more you go towards 100 the better your content piece is going to be, but it's showing us that if you want to rank higher on the SERP results, your content should be at least 55 and above. So right now content piece right now scores about 22%. अब ये जो 22% it doesn't understand the content. What it does understand is that कितने हेडर्स है आपके पूरे कंटेंट में, कितनी लिंक्स आपने दी रखी है, कितने इमेजेस आपने इंक्लूड किए हैं, एंड द वर्ड काउंट एंड द LSI keywords that you're including in your copy. So if you look at the competitors that they are doing, currently my content ranks at number 20 out of 21. So यानी कि बहुत ही pathetic score है. I want to ideally rank it in the top 5. So obviously there are many other factors as well to rank on the top 5 or the top 3. It just not depends on your content piece. First you have to make sure that the keyword research strategy is is very strong. The foundation should be strong, otherwise it's no point moving forward. Then you also have to make sure that अच्छी backlinks आ रही है आपके वो content piece में, and they are really of high DR source, and also वो relevant कि your content is on SEO and you're getting backlinks from poker sites or from casino sites. So it shouldn't be like that. तो बहुत ही रेलेवेंट और बहुत ही सोच विचार के करते हैं, ओनली देन योर कंटेंट विल स्टार्ट रैंकिंग हायर ऑन द सर्च रिजल्ट्स. इट्स नॉट दैट यू जस्ट फोकस ऑन वन एरिया एंड योर कंटेंट स्टार्ट्स रैंकिंग that okay, you just crack the formula. It's not like that. You have to have a unique approach for each and every work. So what I'm gonna do over here is basically, जो ये outline है, it basically extracted from my competition. So ये सारे जो भी headings है, these are the headings which my competition is actually using. So if I use all these headings exact way, Google might find that I'm using duplicate content, and I'm not gonna get the chance to rank higher on the search results. So what I'll instead do is यहाँ पे outline में मैं यहाँ पे आऊँगा and I will let AI generate article. So let AI generate headings for me, not the article but rather headings. तो इससे होगा ये कि I'll come to an height. So you can see basically H1 should be domain rating. यहाँ पे you can see H2 is also domain rating, so you don't have to include that. If you have an H1, what's the point in adding the same thing in the H2 tag? Doesn't make sense. So ये हर बार इतना efficient नहीं होगा. Obviously that's where the human element comes into the picture. Otherwise SEO agencies और SEO freelancers की कभी कोई ज़रूरत ही ना होती है अगर सब business owner अपने आप से ही कर लेते हैं. Bunch of different things that सबसे पहले तो you are explaining what is domain rating. Then you are going over how does domain rating differ from domain authority. जिन्हें नहीं पता, डोमेन रेटिंग एंड डोमेन अथॉरिटी दोनों एग्जैक्टली सेम है, बट द थिंग इज दैट डोमेन अथॉरिटी is a term which Ahrefs created, whereas domain rating is more widely used term, the people who use SEMrush and all. So both of them are the same thing. Just metrics में ये है कि खुद के जो companies है like Ahrefs and SEMrush, they have their own proprietary names to use. So it doesn't matter, both of them are the same thing. We can include this because people have the confusion around, so we can include this topic. Then we have why domain rating is significant for SEO. तो ये भी बहुत ही important हो जाता है कि आप समझाओ उन्हें कि डोमेन रेटिंग इंपॉर्टेंट इसलिए है ताकि आपकी अथॉरिटी जो है वो गूगल के आंखों में उनको दिखे कि that your content is relatable to what you are speaking about. Then we have the key factors influencing domain rating. यानी कि अगर मैं 5 बैकलिंग्स आ रही है मुझे, एक DR10 से, एक DR90 से, एक DR15 से, एक DR40 से इन्फ्लुएंस हो रहा है, क्या अगर मैं एवरेज वो हो जाएगा, या फिर मुझे जो DR90 DR40 से आ रही है बैकलिंग्स, इफ़ दैट्स फ्रॉम कंप्लीट डिफरेंट नीश, तो will my DR will be higher or it will get lower? Obviously it would get lower because it's not relevant to your niche. So Google does understand that thing, and that's why you have to focus on the quantity of backlinks. यानी कि बहुत ज़्यादा नंबर में भी नहीं होनी चाहिए, thousands of backlinks. Obviously when you are trying to outrank Forbes and other high ranking sites, at that point you have to look at the quality as well as the quantity. Then you have to diversify your referring domains. I'm not gonna go in depth about explaining the DR and all because I can go over about this in the next video, but I'm just saying that you have to actually figure out कि कौन से topics आपके content piece में relevant हो सकती है, and you can just skip all those things which are not relevant for you. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just copy few of the things for now. Let's just say I'm pulling out this H2 tag, alright, and I will paste it over here. यहाँ पे as I select and highlight my entire text, I have the option to change the heading style. I can make it as a quote, I can add number list, bullet list, checklist, code block. अगर आपकी कोई कोडिंग साइट है, यानी कि you're passionate about, you're in the niche of development and programming and all, you can include the code block as well. So यहाँ पे I'll just put this as H2, and inside of this what I'll do is I'll go over to my optimize tab, and here I'll find bunch of different relevant keywords which is supposed to be included in my entire content piece. And जो सबसे पहले आपको दिखेंगे, here you will find that domain rating जो keyword है, you require about 9 times in your entire article, and it is being used across 16 sources. तो अगर आप ये include नहीं कर रहे हो अपने article में, तो chances are that you're not gonna score higher on your phrase scorer. So यहाँ पे you have to include stuff like domain rating. अगर आप overdo करोगे तो it will feel like you are just stuffing keywords for the sake of it. So just make sure you play around and make sure that आप बहुत ही अच्छी तरह से करो. Then as you scroll down you have other things. Green तक लाने की कोशिश करो, yellow पे मत रहो, red पे मत रहो. Just make it till green, right? So I can add a bunch of different keywords for here. So what I can do is I can just put up something like how does domain rating differ from domain authority. So what kind of keywords would go over here? Let's just say for right now I'm just erasing my entire this part headings, ठीक है? And also ऑल्सो वॉट आई वुड वॉन्ट इज, हाँ मैं ये सारे भी डिलीट कर सकता हूँ, लेकिन इट्स बेटर टू कीप ओवर हियर सो दैट मेरे कंटेंट के अंदर आई कैन जस्ट इंटरलिंक देम, आई कैन जस्ट यूज दिस एज अ रेफरेंस एंड आई कैन जस्ट लिंक इट आउट टू Ahrefs और moz.com or backlinko.com. So for now, if I am trying to explain the difference between DR and DA, I can do that. I can include the keyword like domain authority. This is just for demonstration purposes. Alright, तो मैं यहाँ पे बता सकता हूँ कि I require domain authority, and how many times, let's just say I just want it once. I can say domain rating over here. ठीक है, this also I require just once. I want, let's just say SEO performance. So SEO performance, let's include this once. You can see a green ho gaya. So these are the 3 keywords that I've added. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to head over to ChatGPT and I'll tell it to generate content piece for me. So over here in ChatGPT, I gave a very specific prompt that, you are an expert copywriter with over 10 years of experience in writing SEO optimized content, and you will basically create articles, listings, listicles, blogs and articles for my website, and you will have to write it in a Gary Vee style. Since I'm from marketing background, I have to make sure that, I give an example of someone who holds the top authority in this domain. So Gary Vee की जो style of writing है मुझे वो बहुत पसंद है, so that's why I'm gonna say that write it like him, and then you have to make sure that it doesn't come across as very AI generated content, like don't add any fluff or BS words like digital landscape. So are my instructions clear? And once it says yes, you can proceed further, and then I can say that this is my keyword. SEO keyword is equal to what is domain rating. Then I can say that will proceed section by section. So don't just give me full blown article right away. I will prompt you with specific H tags and keywords that are required inside my content. ठीक है, ये सब करने के बाद मैं यहाँ पे दूंगा कि my H1 or the H2 is supposed to be this, which is how does domain rating differ from domain authority. So here I will put H2 is going to be how does domain rating differ from domain authority. The keywords that needs to be inside this section. ठीक है, और यहाँ पे मैं दूंगा कीवर्ड SEO performance, domain authority and domain rating. ठीक है, ये 3 चीज़ें देने के बाद I'll put a bracket and say that write it under, maybe let's just say 150 words. So under 150 words. ठीक है, let's enter and let's see what kind of output it gives us. So यहाँ पे it shares that when it comes to measuring SEO performance, many people mix up domain rating and domain authority. So this kind of it's very conversational way, यानी कि मैं आपको explain कर रहा हूँ. If you are reading this piece, you'll find that I am talking to you. So this is not how generally AI would generate answers. You have to give very specific prompts to it and say that this is how I expect my content to be. So phrase में भी उनका खुद का एक AI writer tool है where you can just put a / and then ask AI to write. If I ask AI to write something similar, let's just see what kind of output it gives us. So here if I put and ask it to write, let's just compare how it works, because I'm pretty sure this does perform much better than what we'll get from phrase. You can see it's giving us full blown article, and ये बहुत ही मतलब लंबा है. इतना कौन read करेगा for just a tiny section of your article? Nobody's going to give a damn about it. Whereas look at this, when you read this, when you start reading from this, where it starts when it come across. Okay, so where does it start? Okay, so here it starts. So here it starts that when it comes to measuring SEO performance, many people mix up with domain rating and domain authority because they are not the same thing. Both are third-party metrics and so on and so forth. Domain authority is metric by Moz, you can see, and domain rating is by Ahrefs. So मैंने थोड़ा confuse कर दिया पहले कहने में, but I hope you get the point. And then you can see that it shows that these benchmarks and these scores are helpful for us to perform better on the Google SERPs. So I hope you get the point about creating your content brief and writing the article. So you can do basically just this step by step for each and every section, then interlink your articles and then even link out to some other relatable sources. Let's move on to see how Phrase generates an entire article with AI. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over here in my folder. I'm gonna create a new document. I'll ask AI article wizard. So let's enter the same keyword. What is domain rating? Let's select the country to be India. Let's process the search query first, and I think it's gonna take some time. And here I'll click on the next option at the bottom right corner of my screen. Here it's gonna ask me to enter the title. So title में क्या दे हम? So let's just give a simple title that TR versus difference explained. ठीक है? Difference explained. ठीक है? Let's click on next, or else I could even ask AI to generate titles. So let's choose this first so that I can come to know what kind of title it's gonna give me. Okay, so you can see what you need to do, pretty much similar to what we did, but this is much more concise and what users should expect out of it. So let's go ahead and continue. We can add few topics as well. It has already added. We can remove or add any other topics. Let's just skip and click on next. Okay, यहाँ पे मुझे खुद को ऐड करने. Okay, let's run the outline with AI. So it's gonna basically come up with its entire strategy as to what to do over here. And right, so okay, understanding domain rating, understanding domain authority, comparing DR and DI, DR and DA, importance of DR and DA in SEO, how to improve DR, how to improve DA, tools for tracking DR and DA. I think this works, so let's just click on next. Continue without instructions. Tone of voice, here I have concise and readable, neutral, casual, convincing, funny, appreciative. तो ये डिपेंड करता है कि आप कौन सा टाइप ऑफ आर्टिकल बना रहे हो. For now, this is just a difference. I'll just keep it as concise and readable. I can add a custom tone as well. For now, let's just allow Phrase to do what it can do, and let's click on submit. Let's see what kind of article it generates. Okay, so after almost 10 minutes or so, AI did generate an entire article. Now to be honest, ये उतना बुरा नहीं है because it has included tabular format data, then it has numbered list और content बहुत ही short, crisp है. I like the style that it has formatted, but not the way it explains these things, because I think it's more sort of encyclopedia या फिर dictionary जैसा लग रहा है. But you can always refine the existing piece with ChatGPT and it could be used and published. Now don't get me wrong, before you hate me in the comment section for creating AI content and delivering it to my clients and making a fool of them, this is just for demonstration purposes, okay? Not everyone is or can afford a copywriter, so I am showing you this so that you can practice or understand the process if you are a business owner possibly looking to hire us for your SEO needs. And in any case, Google or any other search engines do not care if the content is AI assisted or completely AI generated. All they care about is, does your content provide value to user search query or not? Of course, there are other factors like off page and many other things which I won't be going over in detail for this video. But I hope you get the point that using this strategy, your content is not going to be banned. And since I've completed the article, I can just simply share the access of this over here to my team members so that they can change directly over here, and we can set its stage from whether it's in researching mode, writing, optimizing, completed, published, or any other mode. And I can even set a deadline for this, that this particular date it needs to be published. Now chances are, even after creating such an amazing article, your website not rank on SERPs, तो शायद आपकी कीवर्ड रिसर्च स्ट्रैटेजी वीक है. इसीलिए आई हाईली रिकमेंड यू टू वॉच दिस वीडियो नेक्स्ट टू लर्न द राइट वे टू डू कीवर्ड रिसर्च. Also check out how I use ChatGPT voice mode to practice cold callings by clicking here.